What is going on, guys? It's Jalen from Baked Man, and today I got nothing to do. It's my first video, so I figured what better to do for my first video than tell you guys a story about the very first time I ever got high. Since this is a smoking channel with me and a couple of my buddies, I figured I'd personally tell you guys a story about the very first time I ever got high. So this is how it all went down. So it was a Sunday, and I was at my friend Tyler's house. And one of Tyler's buddies hit him up and was like, "Hey, do you and Jalen maybe want to come through and smoke?" And we talked about it and we were like, "Yeah, let's go do it." Neither of us had smoked before. We were down to do it. So we are like, "Yeah." So we walked over to his house, I'd say probably 15 minutes away. We get to his house. We walk up. I was like, "Yeah, it's going to happen, man. I'm gonna get baked, man. I'm ready for this." So we go ahead. We walk in his house. The very first thing we see, as soon as you walk in his house, the kitchen's on the left. His room's past that. We walk in. There's probably a 16-inch, 18-inch bone. I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm getting baked for sure." So we kept walking. We walked to his bedroom. We sat down. His mom was in the living room vacuuming, and we were just chilling in his room, relaxing, watching Futurama. And we were sitting there, and he goes, "I'll be right back." He goes across his room, pulls out his pop box. I was like, all right, that's pretty tight. He he had a couple bowls, some papers and stuff. I was like, "Man, I'm really anxious." I'm like, "What the fuck am I smoking out of today?" Because I was like, never smoked before. I was like, I still remember this. It's amazing. The very first thing, I'm so glad I smoked out of this for my first time ever smoking. It was pretty amazing. He had one of those the bracelet bowls where you untwist it. And there's a mouthpiece in the bowl. You pack weed in there, and even if you wanted to, you could pack it in there. Screw it back on. Go to school, go to work, go back, take it off, go on a walk maybe, and just smoke it. But we're sitting here, and I saw him pull it out. I didn't know it was a little bowl thing. I was like, alright, he's getting out his bracelet. That's pretty cool. And I'm sitting here watching Futurama, and out of nowhere, the mouthpiece just goes in my mouth, and he's lighting. I was like, alright. So I rip it, coughed my fucking lungs out. It's probably the hardest time I ever smoked. And I'm pretty sure I cashed the bowl, he said. But I sat there and laid back. I was like, yeah, man, this is good. This is an amazing feeling. I was really digging it. And so we packed it a couple times, went around a few more rotations. We were relaxing, hanging out, watching Futurama still. And then we're like, let's go outside and skate. And we were like, yeah, my buddy Austin was like, let's go skate. I was like, fuck yeah, bro. So we went outside, we were skating down the street and everything. And then we ended up going back to Tyler's house. We get to Tyler's house, it's probably 3:30. Hungry as fuck, as you guys know. So we went and put two Totino's party pizzas in the oven. Shout out to when those used to be fucking circles instead of the rectangles they are now. I really fucked with them heavy. Still fuck with them, but I fucked with them a lot more when they were circles. But anyway, we threw two of those in the oven and waited, and then they were finally done. And we get them out. We both eat our pizzas, and we're sitting here. And it's probably 4:30. I think we were playing Black Ops or something. Black Ops 2, I think. It was about 3 years ago, so yeah. We were playing that, and then my mom texted me. And she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna come pick you up at 8 because I had school the next day. It was Sunday." So I was like, "Alright," I text her back. "Alright." She's like, "Just be ready." I said, alright, I will." I had plenty of time, so I was like, "Alright." We're watching it, and next thing I know, I am out asleep. I wake up, I was like, "Oh, what fucking time is it?" I check my phone, 11:30. I was like, "Oh, I'm fucked. I am really fucked." I called my mom, blew up my phone. I called my mom. I was like, "Hey, mom. I'm sorry I fell asleep. Can you come get me?" She's like, "Yeah, it's all good." She came pick me up. I explained to myself. I explained to her what happened. I told her I stayed up all night the night before. Didn't really get any sleep, and I kind of just passed out asleep. She was like, all right." She believed me. And then this is where I got pretty sketched. It was about, I'd say, 3 weeks later, and the school, of course, the school had to do it. The school had to give out random drug tests that day. They usually give out. They probably test maybe 150 people. And if you guys don't know, um, a school does random drug tests. My high school did. This was my freshman year, and they don't test everybody. They select a few, and I'm pretty sure they select mostly like kids that got good grades or in sports or are doing good because I know they're not doing drugs. So I think every drug test they pass, they get paid for it or something. I'm not sure if that's true or false. Tell me in the comments if that's true or not. But so yeah, I was like, oh fuck, of course I have to get drug tests. So I'm sitting here in the room like this, waiting for it to be my turn. I'm like, oh, I'm fucked, I'm fucked. And so then I go, I take it, and I pass. That was like, it was on my nerves. Like I was like, oh my god, I'm fucked. I thought about that for a week back, for a whole week, until they got back to me and told me I passed. I was like, yeah. I was so hyped. I've been smoking probably week, every weekend since then. Uh, plus a few, uh, you know, tolerance breaks. But yeah, I figured I'd tell you guys about the first time I ever got high, of my experience personally, because there's gonna be other people uploading videos like Jason, Bryce, Fro, Joseph. You guys will see a bunch of people on this channel. So I figured you guys would have a little background on me a little bit, just so you guys, you know, you kind of get a feel for me. You guys kind of get to know me. I'm Jalen from Baked Boys. Just figured you guys should know that. But yeah, I wish I had a crazier story. I know some people have some crazy stories out there, like running from the cops or just doing stupid shit, like going to the woods and just doing stupid shit. But I wish I had a crazier story like that for the very first time. I have some crazy stories like that, but I wish I had like a crazy first time story so I could tell you guys. But yeah, I figured I'd tell you guys that. I'm Jalen from Baked Boys, and I will see you guys this weekend with another video.